Hi Valerie, thanks for popping in. Hey Melissa, thank you for doing that. I know it's awful early in the morning. Morning Becca. Hey Elaine, how you all doing? I've got lots of March Madness that I'm going to be chopping at today. It's just going on 20 to 3 in the afternoon, Becca. So it's quite early. Late. Good morning, Cara. I am going to be preparing more of March Madness challenges. This one is from Jenny Budgets, and it's can be made into an envelope. 8:45. Oh, it's early. It's early in the day for you guys. This is the only time of the day that I've got free that everyone's out the house, so I'm making the most of it. So what are your plans for today? I've been catching up on housework. Good morning, April. How are you doing? Yeah, I've been catching up on housework and brilliant, Elaine. Well, I've got my cup of tea here as well. My gorgeous Highland cow cup. So I've got my cup of tea ready. Like I say, I've been doing housework and I have got a pasta bake ready for our dinner tonight. So that is ready to go in the oven when it is time. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I hope everything goes well. 7 inches of snow. Oh my goodness, that's awful. Ooh, lunch. What kind of place are you going for lunch, Valerie? We've had no more snow. They're saying that we are supposed to be getting more snow. We've just had a lot of really hard frost and like ice. It was pretty chilly last night. I was in Elaine's. I popped into Elaine's live last night. I was in between some of my people. These are from Empress Foxy, by the way, these March ones. I had a gap between going and visiting my people, so I saw Elaine was live, so I thought I'm going to pop in. Snow on your beaches. Oh my goodness. Do you know something, Becca? It's a bit like that here. The further south in the country you go, it was lovely to be there, Elaine. The further south you go, the minute there's like an inch of snow, people forget how to drive and everything needs to be closed. They just cannot handle snow at all. And in the towns, in the bigger towns in the cities, they do not know how to handle snow at all. Well, I'm hoping it's going to avoid us this time. There is a storm. I can't remember what it's called. It begins with an E. We've got a storm something or other. Emer, maybe. Storm Emer. Hello, Barbie. Yeah. I have got more. I have done one from Jenny Budgets, and these ones are from Empress Foxy. I went on over to their Ko-Fis and got them, but it's not just March Madness I've got. Oh no. 6:45. Oh, that's early. Jeez Louise. I've also got Miranda's group play that she's done, her box, her St. Patty's Day box. So I'm going to be cutting that up as well, ready for playing that as well, because that's really cool. I was really, really excited when I saw that she'd put it up. So I've laminated that, so I'm going to get that done as well, hopefully. And these ones that I've got here are Amber Rose Budgets. It is really cute. I should have probably got all these cut up individually before I started. But, well, well. I remind you of Outlander. Well, I am pretty close to the Highlands. It's funny because my dad's side of the family, they are from more the Glasgow area. My dad has never really lost his accent, and he's lived up here for a long, long time. Probably, well, how old am I? How old's my brother? So he's been up here for 40 odd years at least, and he's never really lost his Glaswegian accent, and or more southern Scots accent. And when me and my brother were little, we used to kind of speak like him. I wish I could speak. I would love to learn to speak Gaelic, Valerie. I would absolutely love to be able to. I did actually, when I first started watching Outlander, I did think, I'm going to learn Gaelic. Hi, Autumn. How you doing? I thought it would be really nice to learn some, so I still might. If I've still got it in me to learn some languages, I might learn some Gaelic. So. Oh, I'm good, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, see, I don't hear it because when we were at school, the school I went to, we weren't allowed to speak with any form of Doric or accents at all. We had to speak what they called properly. So we had to pronounce everything correctly. So I don't hear myself. Oh, I should do audiobooks. Oh, do you know something? I would love to do that. I would absolutely love that. I would be so worried that I would just get all tongue-tied though. Because it's funny, because I've done my story time with Amy video. I've got it all done, and I've just got to record the story. These are from Simply Living Saves, both of these ones. How cute are these? Hey, Bunny. How you doing? Oh, you're working. Oh, I've got a day off today. Hardly ever seems like a day off because there's always stuff to do, isn't there? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, like I say, I don't hear it because we were always taught we had to speak properly. And something, it's really funny. The headmaster at our school was from Fraserburgh, and if you're from here, you'll know that Fraserburgh has a very, like, they're like, you would need subtitles to understand them from Fraserburgh. They're kind of like a fishing town. And if you have ever seen, hello, Joe. Okay, so I live exactly in the middle, an hour between Aberdeen and Inverness. I'm bang in the middle between the two. So I'm about an hour and a bit from Aberdeen and an hour and a bit from Inverness. So I'm about an hour away from Culloden. And I will try and get up there in the summer and do a video up in Culloden. I said I was going to do it last year, but I never got the chance. I'm so sorry. I've got a tickle in my throat. I'll just take my Highland cup again, my Highland Coo cup. Thank you, Bunny. I'm terrible for remembering things like that. But yeah, so Sassenach. I suppose some people would use it. Maybe more up in the Highlands, more Inverness way, would use. For your 20th wedding anniversary, come to Scotland. Well, Inverness is like classed as the Highlands. If anyone's watched Outlander, obviously Claire goes through the stones, like in Inverness. The stones aren't really there, but so Sassenach means foreigner, English, maybe not English so much, but just someone that's not from where they are. When I moved to the town where I live now, and I've been here for like 15 years, it's an outsider, basically, outlander. That's what Sassenach means. And I used to get called an outsider because although I'm Scottish and I'm from a town on the other side of Aberdeen, I was an outsider. And our town is kind of split into two bits. There's the main town, and then there's like the old town, which is across a bridge. And if you lived across the bridge, you were also an outsider. So I suppose you'd be a Sassenach there as well. But yeah, so I call myself an honorary Tuchter because I'm not really from here. Because people, the people I look after, they'll say, "Oh, far you fae, where are you from?" And I'll say, "Oh, I'm from here." And they'll look at me as if to say, "No, you're not. You do not sound like you're from here." So, and they say, "But where are you from originally?" So I have to tell them where I was from originally. Is that the same? The other side of the tracks. Yeah, that's it. And then when I tell them where I'm from, they're like, "Ooh, get you. You're very posh." And I'm like, "It's not posh." It used to be associated with being posh, but it certainly is not posh now. A lot of the people that were in the oil industry and that lived where I grew up, and it was associated with having money, but to be honest, common as muck. Country cornbread. I love listening to your videos. I love listening to all the different accents. I really do. I could listen to Susan from Wimble Ridge. I could listen to her all day with her Texan accent. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh yeah. And her voice is so soft and like soothing, I think. They just want to hear you talk. Well, that's it. Hey Lils, how you doing? How's things today? You don't edit your videos with your volume up. Oh me. I don't think anyone likes the sound of their own voice, to be honest. I mean, I hear myself, and I've had people tell me that, you know, my voice is very soothing and relaxing, and I think I've got quite a deep voice, but when I hear myself on the video, I think I sound quite, I don't know. I don't like the sound of my own voice. Oh, thank you, Lils. Yeah, how's everything going today, Lils? So those ones were from Simply Living Saves. You would buy my audiobook. Okay. It's tomorrow is surgery. Oh yeah, absolutely. You could save so much money with them. These ones are from Aisha M Budgets, from her Ko-Fi. Oh, I bet you did, Liz. Not easy to switch your mind off. Well, you know, as Susan says, you have a whole town, Liz. We're all thinking about you. Both of you. Absolutely. It's one of the best things about this budget and community that we're in. Everyone seems to genuinely like, oh, your break's over. Oh no. Thanks for coming in though. My stack is adding up. So, Becca, what kind of audiobook, what kind of books do you like listening to? I was actually, before I kind of got, I get on a tangent and I lose what I'm speaking about. I was saying that I was thinking this last one that I've done, I was thinking about making it my last one in the Castle series, and I don't know what to talk about next. And I do, if you've got any ideas, because I would love to like read a book, see like the books I'm reading for like my 100 book challenge, or although there is a bit of naughtiness in it, I don't know if I'd want to read that out. If I wasn't so frightened of copyright, I would so just read like a couple of chapters of a book every week. A bit of naughtiness, yeah. There's a little bit of naughtiness, Elaine. Quite a bit of naughtiness, actually. I didn't actually realise until I was rereading it. My poor book. Ah, yeah. Hard to keep up. Yes. I suppose actually you don't actually realise how much naughtiness is in books, Elaine, until like you're reading them and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't actually realise that was quite prolific. A good bit of naughtiness. Okay. So what kind of things does she write about? What kind of genre? Mystery. Oh yes. Like a bit of thriller, bit of mystery. You read the Outlander books as they came out. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. My dad was the same. He read the books when they first came out. He loves anything that has anything vaguely Scottish involved. And when it got made into a series, he was really excited about it. I'll tell you something, even when I watch it now, I haven't even watched the entire series, like right through. I kind of stopped after they went to, I think it was just after they got to America. I kind of belifing and I stopped watching it, so I was have to absolutely. I cannot watch that episode with Wentworth Prison. I can't watch it. I kind of have to turn the volume right down and kind of wait for it to pass because I can't cope with it. Where was it? It was on Amazon for a while. Is it on Netflix now? I think your Netflix and my Netflix are different. Oh, those were from Pamela JT, by the way. And then I've got ones from Budget for Success. Lovely cute ones. Good morning, Wendy. But yeah, I can't watch it. Yeah, I think there's, yeah, it is, Elaine. I think is there not like 8 series now or something? Yeah, I would like to learn enough Gaelic so that when they're speaking Gaelic in things like that, I can actually go, I know what they're saying. That'd be good. Oh yeah, AMC Plus. Yeah. See, like I say, I've not got past. I think they got to America. And then I had to kind of stop watching it because I'm a binge watcher. I waiting a week for an episode just drives me insane. They're not like long series though, I don't think. I don't think there's not that many episodes in a season though, is there? Then again, they could be like an hour long, so it probably will take a time. Good morning, Jen. How are you doing this morning? Well, I say this morning. It's not morning for me anymore, but... So yeah, I'm thinking I want to move on from the Castle series. Yeah, around 6 hours, depending on where you are. So if any of you have any suggestions about what I can do next, I would be greatly appreciative. The frozen East Coast. These don't have a name on them, so I'm not sure who these are by. (19°F). Ooh, that's cold. When I got home from work last night, it was like just after 10 o'clock at night I got home, and it was -3 Celsius. So I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Oh, it's really cold. You guys are like... You're needing some furry. Something warm. Or more history of your country. Oh, the Lochs. I could do the Lochs, maybe. History of your country. Oh, they're so... Is that 26? Oh, well, that's not so bad. Then it's warmer here than it is with you. You guys have got it really cold. You need the woolly mammoths that are in my book at the moment. Yeah, I could try and do lochs and see what I can find on them. My dad, I'm still working on it. He wanted me to do like famous Scots people, like a book, make up a book for his Christmas. I did like spooky stories from my mum. I expanded on my challenge book and I've just done the stories for my mum, and my dad wanted famous Scots. So I've got like William Wallace, Robert the Bruce, who else have I done? Robbie Burns. I like the spooky stories too. That's what my mum liked. Your favourite authors right now? Caroline Peckham and Suzanne. Oh. So what genre books are they? Are they fantasy? Oh. I've got my supper ready, Joe. I just need to put it in the oven when it's time. I'm having pasta bake tonight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Although I think it's going to be really garlicky. I think I think I've put way too much garlic in, but I'm not complaining. I love garlic. Oh, is she? Oh, extremely naughty. I can take naughty. I like reading. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but if I was to like read a book out, I think I would feel very embarrassed if I was reading it out loud. No, there's not a thing as too much garlic. I would make a terrible vampire. I had a series of oh, I'm kicking my ring light lead, so it's making it flicker. I did a series of Outlander scratch-offs, Valerie, and I did like spooky stories and things. Are there vampire stories in Scotland? I would probably think so. I'm sure Scotland had vampires too. Practice to do all the naughty scene voices. Oh yeah. Could you imagine? These are from Christine's Creations on Ko-Fi. They're the cutest little duckies you ever did see. Oh, me too. I love the Vampire Diaries. I am a Damon girl. Damon and Klaus all the way. I like a bad boy. They are so cute, aren't they? Yeah. No, I made a noise of frustration, Becca, and well, actually, there is Bram Stoker. Apparently, wrote Dracula at Slains Castle, but from Romania. But apparently, oh yes, Lils. Sorry, I'm on a tangent now. I keep swapping over. Yeah, I think that I don't know if they're still on my Etsy, Valerie, or not. Can't remember if I took them off or not. They probably still are there. I could easily do you up some if you wanted. Oh yeah. Oh, you're a wolf girl. Ah. So it's not Vampire Diaries, but it is. See, I don't like Tyler in Vampire Diaries. I liked his uncle though. What was his uncle called? He was nice. Warm and furry. See, when I know it's not Vampire Diaries, but Twilight, they had a convention in Birmingham, and I went down. One of my friends, she was die-hard Twilight fan, and I was like just kind of getting into it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is really good. And we went down, and I met quite a lot of the wolves from Twilight. I met Sam and Seth, and I've got a signed book from Boo Boo Stewart, who played Seth, and it was my white Twilight book with the red like edges, and he wrote in it, coolest book ever, Boo Boo. And I met quite a few of them, and I had this was in my naughty days. I stood outside the hotel where the convention was with Gil Birmingham, Billy Black, having a cigarette. And I literally took a picture, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm having a cigarette with Gil Birmingham. It was insane. And oh, I was just in awe. And the second time I went down with another friend the next year. And it's not Felix the vampire, the other one played by Charlie Bewley. And I couldn't speak. I met him and I couldn't speak, and he looked at me like there was something wrong with me. And my friend thought it was the funniest thing ever, because we ended up getting a photo with him, and I kind of just had this silly grin on my face, because I'm just like, Charlie Bewley. And I'm not good with that sort of thing. I clearly just made a complete idiot of myself, but it was so funny. It was a really good weekend. I don't know yet if I'm actually going to the Comic-Con this year. I would love to go, but I'm gonna have to see how things are working out. I don't even know where they are now, Becca. I had pictures of one of the Irish vampires that came. What was his name? The Irish one. He was there, and I kind of But yeah, well, Comic-Con this year, it's a smaller one. It's in Aberdeen. I would love to go to one of the bigger ones like London or whatever. And Warwick Davies is going to be there, and Hodor, Christian. Oh, what's his name? Christian. I'm so terrible with names, but Hodor is going to be there. Oh yeah, Seattle's supposed to be like amazing. See, I like the bigger ones for us. There's like Glasgow and likes of Liverpool and London. That's the ones where you would get Elijah Wood and kind of all the hobbits would be there. I really wish they would come to Aberdeen. I would love to meet them. Yes, Hodor from Game of Thrones. Yep, he's going to be there. I'd love to meet him. Mind you, I'd probably do something really stupid, like go up to him and be like, Hodor. People were like, no, just don't. If I went up and got his autograph, with a signed picture, I would probably get him to say I held the door or something. These ones are Blessed Budgets by Abigail, created by No More Drama Llama. No More Drama Llama is ace. Yes, I do remember his naked scene. Probably. Oh my goodness, Becca. Do you know what? If I do go now, that's what I'm going to think of. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Oh no. Once you've seen someone naked on, that's it, isn't it? There's no coming back from that. It's so early in the morning to be Dotty. Oh, oh, absolutely autumn. Game of Thrones is good right up until I watched until like the last couple of episodes in the last series, and then I stopped watching. I don't watch them because they annoy me, so I don't watch them. But it's like my go-to comfort show. Funny as it seems, yes, giant indeed, Becca. Oh, her name is Winter. Or did they say Winter is coming? Oh, that would be very original if they did, I'm sure. Is that what they used to say to her? All the time. What a shame. Mind you, I'd rather be a Stark than... Yeah, it's a beautiful name. But yeah, it's like my go-to comfort show. I know exactly, I don't even have to watch it. I know exactly what's happening in it. And while I'm working away and stuff, I've got something in the background. And it's the end of series 5, beginning of series 6. That's like my favorite few episodes. Oh yeah. I actually, I mean, I watch everything on my phone because I never get near the telly generally. But I did actually, I was home alone and I put Game of Thrones on the telly, and the kids came home mid-episode and it was a naughty scene. So that swiftly went off because although they're that bit older, they don't need to see that. Or when you're watching it on your phone and you have it down low, but you can still, like, I'm sure my husband thinks, oh, there she goes watching that again. Hearing all the noises, and you could have had Autumn Junior. How we talk to people before cell phones. Oh, we just didn't talk to people, did we? Pass notes. Yep, we did that. We wrote letters. We used the actual house phone, the landline. See, my mum loves Downton Abbey, and I've got a confession here. I've never watched Downton Abbey. Oh no, Joe, I'm so sorry. The cord was never long enough. No, and there was always the fear that someone else was going to be logging in, listening into your conversation. No, I haven't seen that, Elaine, I don't think. Well, that's how it used to be, wasn't it? I get very frustrated when you're trying to get a hold of someone and they don't answer their phone. Their mobile phone, their cell phone, that it's on silent or, you know, and it's like, you do realize I see you every day. Like, my kids are the worst sometimes. Like, in the sense that they don't always answer their phones. I know for a fact that their phones are practically glued to their hands all day long. They sit watching their phones so much. And I was like, but you can't answer your phone. But I know for a fact you're probably watching something on it or listening to a podcast or... Yeah, I mean, I must admit, if it's an unknown number, unless I'm expecting a call, like here, like the doctors and the there are certain places with us that come up as private numbers. So if I'm expecting a phone call from them, I will answer it. But otherwise, if I don't recognize it, I don't answer it. I must admit, I am bad for that. It's called cable. Oh, it was simpler times. Simpler times, even just a few years ago. I've got more from More Drama Llama. Her birthday month is March, so she made some birthday minis from celebrating women all over the world for March Madness. She's another March baby. No, there was no skip. You just had to watch them. It was the perfect time to go for a toilet break or make a drink or get a snack. You had time. You could time your breaks and how long you had. We never really, I used to have pen pals on when I was at school. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, because you had so long to do it, Elaine. You would like say, right, I've got 3 minutes on this ad break. Let's see if we can do it. How much can I get done? Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you, Valerie. I will look at that when I come off of here. Absolutely, for sure. See, yeah, we didn't really learn cursive. The closest to cursive I got was in when I was in the primary school. I had an Australian exchange teacher, and she taught us how to write cursive, like the Australian, like how the Australians do it. And I loved writing like that. I loved the way they did their Z's. It was like a little lightning strike. That's good, Elaine. They are actually now making it. They are actually, Doric here as a language is dying out. So they are going to be bringing back Doric into our schools so that it doesn't die out, because no one really speaks Doric anymore. Yes, absolutely. I like the little, it's like a little competition with yourself, isn't it? It's like, how much can I get done in this break? It's like their Zeds are like a little lightning strike almost. It's really cool. It's probably very similar to your cursive, but like because we weren't taught it at school, it was very strange and exciting for me. Yeah, all cursives, these are okay. That's what I thought. But like as a kind of, how old was I? About 9 or 10 at the time. I was like, oh, this is very, just because we simply because we weren't taught it. So it was very exciting for me. How do you do your capital U's? Do you really send your kids off for the school year? Um, oh, I okay. So the way the schools work here, Q's look like twos. Oh, cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Um, they don't. You don't generally send your kids off for the school year. If you went to like a private school, like a boarding school or something, yeah, they would be away for the school terms, and they would come back at holidays and things. But generally speaking, the way our school system works is, um, so you've got, um, you can start with twos group. So when they're like 2 or 3, they start going to groups to start socializing with kids, just so that they get used to it. And then, like my two had 2 years of nursery school. So, and then they would start primary school when they were like 5. It depending on how your birthday lands, because after a certain time of the year, you would be more closer to 6 by the time you started. I think the cutoff is February. So you can either be a young schoolgoer or an older one. And you have 7 years at primary school. So you've got primary 1 through 7. And then you go to, and they've all got different names now, but because the schools used to be different. Bye, Autumn. Thanks for coming in. I'm so glad that you did. I hope you have a really good day. So once you're finished primary school, so you're about 12 at that point, you go to, oh, I went to an academy, but there's like high school, there's grammar schools. The school that my kids go to are called a grammar school. And then you've got 4 years. So you've got first, second, third, and fourth year. And then you've got 5th year. You can leave after your 4th year. When you're 16, you can leave school. If you're 16 by the time you leave, and you don't have to do the 2 higher years. And then you've got 5th year and 6th year, which are like your higher ones before you would go to college or university. But they come home every day. Yeah, they come home. It, like I say, it would only be like boarding schools that they would put them away. I don't think I would have thanked my parents if they'd put me away. Yeah. They come home every day. Yeah, you can. You can leave school at 16 and you can go to college. or you can get a job, or you can stay on and do your hires. Although they've changed the name of them since I was at school. It's not so much hires anymore. And then you can do 5th and 6th year and then go on to like college and university. But yeah, you can leave school at 16. You can get married at 16 over here. Technically, in local elections, you can vote at 14 over here now in Scotland. Just in local ones, not in like general ones. I think you still have to be 18 for that. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, you can go to college. It depends on what's offered. You can, so the way I'll explain it how it was when I was at school, because it has changed, the names of it's changed. So your first, second, third, and fourth year at the high school, that is preparing you for your standard grades. So that would be your standard grades, and you would have 3 groups of standard grades, which was credit, general, and foundation. Credit was obviously the highest, and you needed grades of 1s or 2s. Generals were 3s and 4s, and foundations were 5s and 6s. And then after you did your standard grades, depending on how well you did with your standard grades, you would then get to pick hires, and that would be your A, Bs, and Cs. And you would do your 5th year would be your hires, and if you did well and you wanted to go on, you could do advanced hires, and then that would be setting you up for university, so you could skip college altogether and go to university. Oh, someone's phoning me. Who's phoning me? Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to pause this a second. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Am I back on? Am I back on? Okay. So yeah, so those 4 years you go off to the high school is you're about 11 or 12, and that's till you're 16. So like 12 to 16, those 1 to 4 years. And then you, like I say, you could stay on till you're 18, and then you could go to college or uni. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah. Yeah. Because you've got your 7 years of primary school before that. But kids can be in some form of education, like you start in the nursery, you can do 1 or 2 years of nursery. So they can start from like 3 years old, 3, 4 years old. I know. Yeah, see, that's Joe, that's how they do it down in England as well. They do like year 12, like up to year 12, rather than starting again at 1. They go through. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is yeah, because I'm not overly, like, I'm not really sure about how it works for you guys. I know that you've got elementary school, and then you do like, you've got like is it? A junior, a sophomore, junior, and senior. Is that right? They're big schools. I mean, generally speaking, I mean, the primary school I went to had like 30 kids in the class, and the academy I went to, you had all the country schools go there as well, so they all fed into the one school. So there was probably about 900, maybe, possibly, kids at the school I went to. Oh, okay. Grades 1 to 8 in high school, 9 to 12. Starts at age 6. Kindergarten, yeah, starts at 4. So it's kind of like the same kind of age, except we get the option to leave. We don't have to hold on till we're 18. We can leave earlier. You're graduating class of 9. Oh no, there was like, in total, in the academy I went to, I would say there was probably about 900 kids. Most classes had between 25 and 30 kids, but they've reduced that now. Like my kids, they have smaller classes than what I had. Yeah. Your school would be like what our country schools were like. The primary schools, some years had to combine years because they were so small. You can leave school at 16, but you don't graduate and not get. Okay. Okay, so what would happen if you left at 16? Would you have to go to college to get a GED, or would you do like online, or how would you do that nowadays? Wow. That's insane, Elaine. Insane, Elaine. Or you'd have to take classes and pass an exam. All right, okay. Aha. That is a crazy amount of people. I was quite lucky in the sense that in my primary school, we had 4 classes in our year. So like there was like 4 classes in primary 1, 4 classes in primary 2, and you all kind of were in the same class, but we all knew the other 3 classes. So healthcare insurance. Okay, so we have the NHS. Basically, unless you go private, you do not pay insurance the way you do. We have what we call national insurance. It comes automatically off a percentage is calculated off your wage, and it automatically comes off like your tax. So our tax and national insurance comes off our wage before we even see our wage. And then that's it. like that goes to pay for like your healthcare and that. Up here, we get free prescriptions. We don't have to pay for our prescriptions for any medication that we need. We get free eye tests as well at the opticians. I'm not 100% sure what they take. I'm not, it depends on how much you earn as to how much, like if you say I was to do like my basic standard wage, I could work out every month how much they would take from me, roughly. I would say, I mean, national insurance, the national health is good in a way, Becca, but it's there can be really long waiting lists, especially after COVID. Everything was pushed back, so it was a case of kind of catching up. So I know a lot of people that needed like certain things done, they would go private, and we have got private, like you've got NHS dentists as well, like national health dentists as well. You still pay, but not as much as you would if you were private. But you can get private health insurance if you really want. It depends. It depends. Private can be expensive. I've never gone private with anything. But people choose, they can choose to pay privately, and they can pay it like, so you can get private health insurance where you pay, I mean, my last job, they offered a private health, private health package, where depending on the package, it was between, I think it ranged from about £20 to £80 a month you would pay, and that would cover you should you ever need them. But it would, like, obviously the less you paid, the less it would cover. Oh, that's terrible. It depends on how serious it is, to be honest. I know that when COVID was at its peak, people receiving cancer treatment and things, it basically got postponed. Unless it was like unavoidable. But they didn't want people in the hospitals that weren't, like, people that had low immunes and that, they didn't want them in the hospitals. And now there's that the hospitals now are getting to the point now where you don't go to the accident and emergency unless there's like, unless it's super serious. No, private, I think you would, no, private here I think was okay. But like, for example, we've got hospitals now that are using corridors as rooms because there's not enough space. And we've had, you have people, oh no, it's, no, nothing like that here. I mean, I don't know if there might be packages that would cost that, but generally speaking, it's a lot less expensive over here. But we've had like people fall over, like older people fall over, and yeah, I get what you're saying about that as well. The ER is getting used as a regular doctor. yeah, we've had people like fall, older people fall and break their hips, and or you know, something's happened to them and they've been sat in the ambulance outside the hospital for like 4 to 6 hours because there's nowhere to put them in the hospitals. So I mean, there's some pros and cons, definitely. Yeah. Well, again, it was kind of like with COVID, our GPs, they wouldn't see anyone. And even now, they do a lot of phone consultations, and like you have to take a picture. Say you had like a rash or something, you've got to take a picture and send them to the doctor. And they would, that is a crazy amount of money. They would, they would send, you have to send them a picture and they'll decide how urgent it is, whether or not. But seeing a doctor face to, like a general GP face to face here is quite difficult. So a lot of people don't go to the doctors now. Yeah, a lot of telehealth now. That seems to be the new way of doing it. Yeah, I'm the same. I want a doctor to actually, like, if I need to go to the doctor, I want to actually see a doctor, like face to face. That is an absolutely insane amount of money. So like I say, we get free prescriptions and things. So like my dad's type 2 diabetic. So he would get all his tablets and everything that he needs for free. And they have what they call, like, they have like diabetic clinics. So it's like a specially trained like diabetic nurse, and that's who you liaise with more often than not, unless you like actually have to see a GP. Yeah. No, they have got diabetic clinics, and they've got like asthma clinics as well for people with asthma. So they see them. Yeah, my dad goes to the diabetic clinic every couple of months, I think. He goes because he got threatened to be put on insulin because he wasn't behaving himself. But he can go no sugar and bring his blood sugars down, and then they're like, okay, that's fine, we'll keep you on your tablets. Oh no, everything's got good points and bad points. Absolutely. There's no perfect system. There's never going to be a perfect system. It's not going to be right for everyone. They've just got to try and do what's best for the majority, isn't it? Really. Hello, Heather. How you doing? You have to justify it. What is that? So, like, so that the insurance will pay? So how do you justify it? Does it like do they try and figure out if it's necessary or not? Like, I mean, obviously, like elective surgeries, like cosmetic and things like that, they're not necessary to living a better life as such. Although mental health can play a factor in that, I guess. What if you needed like your appendix out? Or okay, right. See, my son's on the spectrum in that. And we get offered like OT, and like, I mean, when we were like, if you were off work for any reason, if you hurt yourself or whatever, they would like say, do you need to speak with an occupational therapist? And they would set that up for you. And we've got places for that sort of things as well. No, emergency stuff isn't so bad. So if you need it, you need it, basically. It's all the kind of improving your quality of life stuff that has to be justified. That's such a shame. We got referrals from the school and things, and they set all those kind of things in motion for anything that you need. And like if they need like readers at school, you know, people to help them read if they're struggling, or like help with certain things. And it's a long process to get them diagnosed as well, I thought. Okay, you would only eat 2 things. That's terrible, isn't it? You've got to actually fight for that sort of thing. I got tested when I was little. The doctors wanted me tested for my hearing because I would refuse to talk. At like, you know, like when they would do your well-being checks when you were little, and I would refuse to talk, and they thought that I was maybe deaf, and they wanted me tested, and my granny happened to walk by the window, and they would like clap their hands and I wouldn't react, I wouldn't flinch, and they thought there was something wrong with me. So my granny walked past and I shouted granny and ran to her, and they were like, oh, okay, there's nothing wrong with her hearing because she can talk, she just chooses not to. Okay, yeah. See, that would have an effect, Elaine. I mean, if you were saying, I know a friend's older brother, he was dyslexic, and it was like when dyslexia wasn't like a big, like it wasn't really known much about, and his teacher used to, because he couldn't read the same as everyone else, he used to get put under her desk. She used to put him under the desk because he couldn't read the same. Oh, have fun, Valerie. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, it shouldn't be, you should be able to talk about it actually. It raises awareness. Yeah, my son's a bit like that, to be honest. He doesn't, from the minute he opens his eyes to the minute he goes to bed, he'll talk all day long, but when there's other people there, he won't. I'm so glad you were here, Valerie. I hoped I'll get to hear about your delicious lunch. I think you're brilliant, Elaine. I'm not good in social situations. I'm quite a shy person, and I have anxiety, and I don't like being in crowds of people, and I don't like talking in front of people. And YouTube has really helped me. It really, really helped me. Mm. Yeah, I agree, Becca. Your son had to have a rule in classes that he had to let 3 other kids answer before he answered. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can relate to that as well. He's getting better now he's older though. No, I wouldn't necessarily say that, Elaine. Like, you obviously, you come across so well. So this is Miranda at Shades Budgets. This is her group play that she's done. So it's like a box for St. Patty. I say St. Paddy's Day. So there's like 3 sections, and then there's this invite one with cards and a help Grumble find a perfect date. So we're going to find Grumble a girlfriend. So that's that done. Oh, it's Miranda over at Shades Budget. It's her February group play. And then I've got these. I got these from a frugal fairy, and she was in a motorcycle accident. She broke her arm, and she's still recovering. And you write in the channel that you're watching, and you color in the petals for the playlists that you're watching. So I got these because I thought they would be fun to do. And I got this. I downloaded this last night. I didn't know it was happening until I was tagged in a video, and I was like, oh, what on earth is this? This is for Next Level Budget, and she's got like a higher one and this is the low budget one, and she does a randomizer, and she randomizes the high budget ones like between 1 and 25, I think, and the low budget's between 1 and 5, and she's going to save, and she's done quite a lot of them. There's not many left. So I think I'm going to go on and watch her videos, and once she's got all her numbers in, I'm going to put the numbers in from 1 to 5, the ones that she's done, and I'm going to put scratch off stickers on it, I think, and do it like a scratch off, because I've missed so many of them. I think that's what I'm going to do. But it is really cute, isn't it? She's got loads in her Ko-Fi as well. All these trackers. So this is all my March. I can't say. I want to say Mad March. My March Madness ones so far. So we've got No More Drama Llama. And then we've got No More Drama Llama and Blessed Budgets by Abigail. And this is Christine's Creations. Heather, check your email. Check your email, Heather. I actually sent you an email this morning, well, my time. I sent you an email about it. I thought of an idea and I emailed you about it. I don't know who those ones are by. Yeah. We did when my son was getting diagnosed and that, the doctor that was doing the diagnosing, she was really impressed that he could self-regulate, and I think that would be a brilliant idea, Heather, that he could self-regulate the way he did. And he had, like, we had a good big space under the stairs. I know it's a bit Harry Potter-esque, but we decorated it the way he liked it, and he had like his favorite toys and some things in there, like comfort things. And when he found himself getting to the point of meltdown, he would go in there and like chill out. Oh, that's a good idea. I think that was the thing though, Elaine, wasn't it? That was their answer to everything, was special. Oh, are you? Oh, fantastic, Heather. Oh, wow, that's so good, Bev. See, it isn't until more recently that it's actually become, this is all my March Madness challenges so far. Like back then, I mean, anything like that was, they thought that you were lacking, and it's not lack of intelligence. In fact, it's completely the opposite. You know, but that's how they saw it, wasn't it? Everything was a lack of intelligence, and it's just not the case. That's what I'm saying, Elaine. It tends to be the exact opposite. That's okay, Bev. I'm gonna probably have to shoot off soon because I can hear my son. He's home from school, rumbling about. He'll be wanting to get into the kitchen for a snack, but he won't come down while I'm filming, just in case. He doesn't want to be anywhere near it. You have a good day too, Bev. Well, that's great, Heather. See, my husband works with adults that have behavioural issues, and you're most welcome, Elaine. Thank you so much for coming in. What are you thinking of doing, Joe? I'm gonna have to tidy up all my mess. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my husband works with adults. See, I have always kind of worked with the elderly. So, but I don't think I could do his job, and he doesn't think he could do my job. Oh, well, I would encourage it. I would absolutely encourage it. From the time before I left school, I have done care. I was allowed to leave school on the promise that I would go and do my nursing, and I ended up working and earning money and didn't go and do my nursing, which in a way I regret. Oh, I've had some injuries. I've had cracked ribs. I've had all sorts. But yeah, it's not for everyone. I think you've got to be a certain kind of person for that. I used to quite like the kind of more aggressive ones. They were kind of my favourites, if I'm honest. I had a boiling hot cup of tea poured over me once. That wasn't very fun. But I worked in care homes, and now I do home care. So I get to visit them in their own homes, and I love it. Yeah, I absolutely believe that too. And you know what? They are actually incredibly sought after because most ASD people are amazing with maths, and for like computer programming and that, people actually want people that have ASD because their math skills and everything is usually far more advanced. Yeah, one-to-one care. That's kind of like what I do now. I do home care, so I visit them in their own homes. Um, we do have certain people that you have to go in with two people, and you meet up with the person, but generally I'm on my own. Yeah, absolutely. That is, it's really funny because like my son struggles using a calculator. He doesn't like using a calculator, but give him maths to do in his head and he's just done. Yeah. So what I've like, obviously I've been doing care on and off apart from my little hiatus after COVID because I couldn't watch another person die alone. I took 2 years out. um I have got my I started back when I was 16 and I got a certificate in health practices, and then I did advanced care practices. Then I got a distinction in advanced care practices, and then I did medication courses, and then I have done my what they call an SVQ level 2, which is your like introduction, and I've also got my level 3, which is like your first year of nursing. That would get you in like past, you could, if you went to university with your level 3, you could skip your first year of nursing and go into your level 2, your second year of nursing. And I had started my level 4, which was like management, but I didn't want to do management. But yeah, you have to have certificates and training, and every year you have to do refresher courses. Your so yeah. I love the fact that he is so advanced in his reading. I love that. My school ran out of reading levels for me. And then my English teacher complained because I read too much Agatha Christie books, because I read every single Agatha Christie book in the library. Yeah, absolutely. And you can do it through work as well. Like I did mine through work. They want you to be able to, I think they want you to have, like, you have to have, like, and you have to be like with nurses, they are on a, like, obviously nurses are on a register, and although it's not quite on the same level, like we have to be, like the carers have to be registered with the what they call the triple SC, which is the Scottish Social Care Council, and you have to be registered, and you have to re-register every um so often, every year or something. um yeah. Okay, Heather. Oh, you're getting to hang out with your daughter and grandbaby. Oh, have so much fun. Oh, that's fantastic. Enjoy your day. Yeah, absolutely. I think hands-on experience, but yeah, we have to be registered with the council, and to keep up with your registration with that as well, you have to do so much training and online learning as well. So yeah, I've yeah, there's always training to be done. And there's always new techniques and things that are outdated and things that you learn. So every time you do your refresher course, you always learn something new. Or there's a new bit of equipment that you need to learn to use, or it's always evolving. So hands-on is definitely the best way, I would say, Becca. Well, ladies, I suppose I am going to have to go and tidy up, and I am going to have to go and get my supper in the oven, and I'm going to have to let my son down so that he can have a drink and a snack, because he won't come in the room until I'm away, until I'm finished. Oh yeah, there is. Absolutely. Excuse me. Bye, Joe. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. It's been so much fun. with all the naughtiness and the... No. I think they should, though. I think, you know, the world needs more of it. I think everyone could do with a little bit more understanding. And until you have someone that you love or you are affected by anything, then they don't really know. So I think it's important. And it's nice to be able to talk to people that have had, you know, it's nice to be able to talk to other people about it as well. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. And I am going to go and get my food on because I'm getting hungry. Thank you all so much for coming. We'll have to do it again sometime. You too, Becca. Have a wonderful day. Now, to see if I can switch this off.